I'm Josh Nichols, and you're listening to the Mental Golf Podcast. And this fourth episode of the Mental Golf Podcast is titled Increase Your Self-Belief. I originally wrote this post on January 20th of this year, and it comes from more of a personal angle. I touch on an area of my life that was a huge hurdle for me to get over to start playing better golf. I truly feel like this can benefit a lot of golfers. Hope you get some value out of it. For more information, head to www.joshnicholsgolf.com. For most of my life, I've fought low self-esteem, and I always seem to have a string of thoughts running through my head like the ticker at the bottom of a news channel telling me self-critical lies. You've seen those people that you can tell how confident they are. You can feel it. I was never that way. I think I probably relate to a lot of people, maybe even a lot of golfers that really struggle with self-confidence because golf really beats you up. You could be the toughest guy that you know, the toughest girl that you know, and you just, after a round of golf, you just feel fatigued from just getting raked over the coals for 4 hours. Golf is a sport that requires self-confidence. It is absolutely essential that you believe in yourself and confidently make decisions and trust that your decision is the right one. Golf is played alone, and unless you're on tour or spending hundreds of dollars at a top-notch golf course with a caddy, you can't ask anybody for help. So all decisions are made in between your ears in silence. So until self-belief is developed, golf will be a constant struggle. So how does one develop self-belief? Can it just be mustered up and all of a sudden you never doubt yourself again? Is it something that some people are born with and others aren't? I think that people have varying degrees of self-belief already in them, but it can always be improved and developed. And I believe that there's only 2 words that describe how it can be nurtured: hard work. I think most people probably believe that their self-belief is what it is. It can't be built up. It can't be decreased. You're just set with the amount of confidence that you have, the amount of belief you have in your game. Most people probably think it can't be changed. This is what's called a fixed mindset, where you feel like you don't have any real say in your improvement, in your abilities. You feel like where you are is where you're going to be. But what I'm introducing is something called a growth mindset, where you know that you have control over your circumstances, over your improvement, over how good you are, over the skills that you develop. You know that you can grow. You know that where you are is not where you have to be. You can set a goal and reach the goal. So no matter what your goals are, no matter how much energy you have, no matter how much you believe you can accomplish, if you don't actually put your head down and put in the time and effort, you'll never get anywhere. The thing about a growth mindset is you believe that hard work pays off. You invest time because you know that invested time leads to a return on that investment. So I saw a short video recently that describes this mentality perfectly. The mentality that if you put in the time and the effort, you can get somewhere. And on the flip side, if you don't put in the time or the effort, you'll never get anywhere. The quote from the video is by a popular YouTuber called Casey Neistat. He does a lot of different things on YouTube. It's not always self-help, but this short video happens to be really perfect for this subject. So the quote from the video goes like, Life is like going the wrong way on a moving sidewalk. Walk and you stay put. Stand still and you go backwards. To get ahead, you have to hustle. And in the video, you know those moving sidewalks in the airport where if you stand on them, you zoom forward and it kind of relieves the having to walk down a really long hall. So imagine being on the wrong direction of a moving sidewalk, and if you were to walk on that wrong direction moving sidewalk, you would just kind of stay in the same position. You would never gain any ground, but you wouldn't lose any ground. You're just walking, staying in the same position. But if all of a sudden you stand still, you're going to go backwards. The sidewalk's going backwards, so you will too. But the only way to move forward on that wrong moving sidewalk is to run. And Casey Neistat describes it with a good word, and that word is hustle. If you hustle against the flow of the moving sidewalk, you can actually gain ground. And life is that moving sidewalk that's going the wrong direction. Golf is that moving sidewalk that's going the wrong direction. If you don't work really hard, you're going to move backwards. If you just kind of work a little, you might stay put. But golf is so hard. Golf is almost harder than life in general. You can do nothing and show up the next time and you're a totally different golfer than the time before. Sometimes a little better, most of the time worse, because you've developed habits through, maybe you work out and aren't stretching, and you lose flexibility, and your mentality changes from time to time. So if you go long stretches without practicing, you are probably going to move backwards. So you could look at it like golf is a moving sidewalk in the wrong direction that's going twice the speed. So you have to hustle even harder to gain ground. So this analogy, this picture of the moving sidewalk is just perfect for hard work in relation to golf. And it just so happens that self-belief is developed through that hard work. And self-belief in golf, just like your swing in golf, just like putting in golf, it has to be worked at. Self-belief is just like any of that. It's a muscle that you have to train. So back to the post. So developing self-belief isn't exempt from hard work just because it's mental. When you work hard, you see yourself putting in effort. And there's something about seeing yourself put in effort that breeds self-confidence. Not only are you getting the confidence of knowing you chose effort over laziness, you're going to see your results. And those results happen as a natural byproduct of that hard work. And what gives you more confidence than seeing good results over and over? Which one gives you more confidence in your putting? Seeing every putt miss and that hole getting smaller and smaller? Or watching every putt drop and the hole looks like a hula hoop? Seeing results breeds confidence. So a not-so-quick, extremely difficult answer to how do I develop self-belief is hard work. If you put in the time and the effort and make it quality time and effort, you'll see yourself and your results and confidence will arise on their own. So don't look at the mental aspects of golf and say, well, because they're part of my mind and I can't physically hold them, then what's the use in trying to work on them? What can I do to even move forward on something like self-belief? Well, it can be trained just like any part of golf. If you see yourself putting in effort, If you see yourself putting in quality time on the range, working on simulating competition, and over time you see yourself putting in that effort, you look back over the last week and saw, wow, I really put in like good quality time, your self-belief is going to rise from that. And the combination of the hard work that you put in and your self-belief rising is going to improve your results. And seeing those good results is also going to raise your self-belief. I think we all know that when you see good results, you get a little more confident. So putting in the effort raises your self-belief. Putting in effort and raising your self-belief improves your results, which raises your self-belief even more. So it's just a snowball that if you always nurture it and add to it, it's just going to keep growing. So don't let yourself slow down. Don't let yourself lose momentum. Keep that quality time and quality effort going, and you'll see more results, and therefore raise your self-belief, and therefore see better results, and on and on and on. And it's a great cycle that can just, revolutionize your skill. And all of a sudden you get 6 months later and you look back and say, wow, I am way better than I was back then. I believe in myself way more than I did back then. And I know that I can play good. And when I play bad, I know that that's not the end of the world. I can accept that and move on. So putting in effort and nurturing your self-belief has just a plethora of benefits that all contribute to improving your results. So don't have a fixed mindset. Don't stand still. These things make you go backwards. Hustle, work hard, put in quality time, and raise your game and develop your self-belief through effort and improved results. Add on to that snowball effect, and I think you'll get down the road and really blow yourself away at all of your improvement. Thanks for listening to the Mental Golf Podcast. For more information, head over to www.joshnicholsgolf.com. Next time on the Mental Golf Podcast, I will be joining the foray of golf podcasts and discussing my thoughts on Tiger's win at the 2019 Masters. Yes, I'm way behind the curve on this one. It's been a month and a half since Tiger won the Masters. He's missed a cut in a major since that Masters. But I have some really great thoughts from Tiger's win at the 2019 Masters, his fifth green jacket. He had to overcome some huge adversities to win in dramatic fashion, maybe one of his biggest wins of his career. Stay tuned. That's going to be a really good one. Some great thoughts that I think can benefit everybody. All right, catch you next time.